What's up, family? Welcome to The Fan, your one-stop destination for youth sports. I'm your host, NBA vet Jahadi White.
And I'm your co-host, NFL star Lawrence Maroney.
Today we have a jam-packed show filled with the latest scores, trending stories, and some jaw-dropping highlights this week in youth athletics. Whether you're a player, parent, or just a sports fan, we've got something for you. Let's dive right in. So this week's trending topic of the day is training. Lawrence, man, every morning I get up with my kids 6:30 in the morning with a trainer or myself, and I put them through training. They used to get mad, Dad, it's too much. We training a lot, but in my mind it's about the work you put in and accumulate after a while. Then it's about putting the tools in the toolbox.
Indeed.
Right? So, but I get what could be too much training. How do you feel about what's too much training?
For me, it's a great topic because I look at it differently. I was a kid that, I'm not saying kids don't need practice, right? But training is one of those things I think more so than training, we need to train the mental part. Right, because true. Even a kid that has all this training, if the mental aspect do not add up, then how good is their talent? You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying we don't need training, but we need to train the mental more than the skills.
I do agree with that mental part because you could train the body to be as strong as it can be.
For sure.
But we both know that in sports, it's 90% confidence and 90%, right? 90% how strong your mind is, 10% your athletic ability.
For sure.
Now, do you think that coaches should be involved in training? So when I came up, right, in high school, we didn't have trainers. My coach would make me stand there right after practice, before practice. I'd come like an hour or two before practice. He'd make me shoot 1,000 hook shots, spin moves, all this, right? To the point to where I thought that was how every coach go.
For sure.
These days, right, coaches just coach. Like, you have to find your own development. Do you think coaches, part of development should be automatically added into what the box of being a coach?
I think it should, because I think that's what separates an average coach from a good coach. Yeah. Being able to instill them core principle values when it comes to whatever particular sport that they're playing. So I do think that coaches should have some aspect of teaching these kids the proper tools of training. But on the outside too, in today's world, the outside training is way more far advanced than what it was when we was playing. If I had the type of training that these kids had today, I might have had a little longevity. But at the same time, once again, I'm always go back to, we have to train the mental. We have to get that inner mindset prepared and ready for this journey, because we all know this path that a lot of these kids are trying to go on is going to be a hard-fought journey.
I agree with you. With the mental, this is what I see. One kid can train for a year, and it never translates over to the court or into the field. Mm-hmm. Another kid can train for a week, and you seeing them already working on the things or translating it on the court or on the field for what he already learned, right? Mm-hmm. Would you equate that to the mental part?
It has to be.
Or confidence, or a coach saying, because what I look at, I guess my whole point is, it's all about having the confidence and the trust in the coach to be able to display what you're training. If he trusts you to only do certain things, now you have more tools in your toolbox, but you're scared to pull it out because the coach might be like, okay, what are you doing? Well, this is not what I'm used to or how I'm used to you playing. Why do you feel about that?
I think a player has to really, what they always say, when you're on that field, you got to play. Or when you're on that court, you can't worry about the coaches, the X's and O's. You have to just play. And so for me, and just my personal aspect, I didn't have no training. And I didn't know nothing about kids was even training this early. I didn't start playing football or any organized sport to 10.
Right.
But even when I started, and these kids that had all this training, my mindset was so much stronger and better than theirs that nothing that they can do with me at all.
So why was your mindset stronger than the kids that went through more training?
Because I wanted to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, people train for different reasons because their parents put them in it. But it's like, I wanted to be great. I wanted to be different. My mother didn't have to wake me up and say, Lawrence,
Right.
go run, go jog, go catch a ball, go cut. Like, I wanted to be better. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be the best player when I step on this field, when I step on this track, or when I step on this court. So automatically, my mind is different than anybody that's training, because it's like, no matter if you have more talent, because let's just be honest, we can teach people how to catch, we can teach people how to shoot, we can teach you how to run, but any coach will tell you that dog mindset is either in them or it's not.
Right. It's about will too.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree. So what about the fees of training? You know now, man, like,
it's expensive.
For one time when you train a kid, man, it can be up to $100 to $200 for an hour now, right? So do you think the fees are astronomical, or it's just the business of sports now?
I just think it's the business of sports at this particular point, but at the same time, I want to encourage parents that don't have it, don't think that your kid is going to be behind just because you can't afford to pay for the extra training. Like I said, if your kid has a mentality to get out there and work and had a desire to be better, he's going to be able to compete. And I think that's where a lot of our kids are failing now. They do not know how to compete. And so that's one of the main things I'm instilling in my child. We have to be able to compete.
Right.
Everything else comes later.
My thing now, to me, is if you're a fan of the sport and you're a true fan of the game of football, basketball, baseball, then you see the stars out there.
For sure.
So now with YouTube, they have broken down every player that you like and broken down this game, highlights, breaking it down. You really don't need a trainer. Really, if you got it, if you're a fan of this game, man, and you can go in that gym and spend lonely hours, it can be YouTube and the gym, or YouTube and the field. So I encourage, like, the kids and the parents, hey, if you really want this, let's start off with YouTube.
For sure.
If you dedicated to YouTube and the gym or the court, then all right, now I can invest. But don't invest in your kid until they showed you they interested.
Indeed, I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. Fanatics, we're gonna take a break and be right back. Coming at you next, we got my man Dreek with the top 10 plays of the week. See how I did that? Dreek, week.
Welcome back to the Fan. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the top 10 plays of the week. Now notice the blocking on this play.
Number 3 with the step, tiptoe. Ooh, he threw there. Oh, my boy Vision is on 20. Oh my. I think that's Matthew Dickey.
40, 30, 20. Coach threw the Gatorade. He is gone.
Number 9, let's go. Ooh. Bro tackle. Oh my God. So shifty. Touchdown. Let's see what we got here. Number 1 with the quarterback keeper. Ooh. Oh. Big boy say no. None of that. Ooh. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. Number 7. Let's go. Oh, head tap. Hey, that's what we got. Head tap. Good catch, boy. Good catch. Here we go with number 6. Oh my God.
That boy got hands like 2 centipedes. Give him a high five.
It was that corner. Alright, forget that. Top tier, young man. Top tier. Here we go with number 5. We getting down to the top 5. Let's get it. Oh my God, broken tackle. He's still going. Oh. Touchdown. What was that? Oh, I can see that. That's BYU. Oh, shout out to them. Okay, basketball on the scene. Now, this was for game. Shout out to that boy KD. They call him the kid. Let's get into number 3. Quarterback steps back. Sees him. Oh, looks like a pick to me. With the one hand, that boy can dunk. Number 2. Let's go. Oh, I saw daylight. No, what are you doing? Stop touching me. I'm gone. Get off me. What a stiff arm, young man. Number 1, here's our top player of the week. Make sure y'all submit. Oh my God. Oh, 1 tackle, 2 tackle, 3 tackle, 4. Oh yeah, he gone. Pop say he going to the house. He going to the house. Give him the keys to the car, mama. He gone. He's out of here. Shout out to everybody who submitted to the fan for our top 10 plays. Make sure you submit next week. And please, player and team.
What up? Welcome back to the fan. So, L, I want to talk about the state of officiating in youth sports today, right? Right? You know, like the officials are held at a high standard.
For sure.
You know, they have to make a lot of calls on the fly. And now I'm watching, like, on YouTube or on Instagram, how many parents or coaches are getting upset with the officials. And I'm seeing fights with the officials fighting the parents, you know, and so much turmoil just with youth sports. First of all, where do you think that is coming from as far as why so much anger with the parents and the coaches with the officials?
Bad sportsmanship, and I would credit that for me it's just really bad sportsmanship, because the one thing my coach always used to tell us: players play, coaches coach, and refs refs.
Right.
And I think people just need to focus on doing their job. And I think, you know, too, we got to hold these coaches accountable for how these parents act, and they got to hold themselves accountable, because if I'm a parent and my coach is yelling at the ref, now I feel like this is the right thing to do. So one is just getting these parents knowledgeable about really how to conduct themselves and holding them accountable based on me as a coach, me teaching this kid, and me not teaching these parents how to conduct themselves.
Would you hold professional sports accountable? Like now you watch the NBA, all the players yelling at the refs, all the coaches yelling at the refs, the NFL,
For sure.
the coaches on the refs. You think does that help or hurt youth sports when you're seeing all these incidents like that?
I think it hurts. I think it because they feeling like this is the right thing to do, but at the same time, we got to look at it. These are professionals, and they getting paid, and they're at the highest profession of their perspective sport. So it's like in the youth world, we're trying to get here, and so we all know we got to keep our slate clean. You get what I'm saying? Because coaches look at everything about us from our path, our youth to high school. They're gonna talk to every coach. So we have to, you know, learn how to conduct ourselves in these moments.
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
In my son's next game,
For sure.
I'm gonna call you and have you talk me down, because I like what you're saying right now.
For sure.
Because the refs, I get personal with the refs sometimes, but this is my reason why. And this is how I look at it.
Okay.
If you're gonna be a ref, especially in basketball to me, I need a 7-foot ref, I need a 6-foot ref, and I need a 6'5" ref. Why? Because now the 6-foot ref will understand the position of a smaller player like a point guard, right?
I see where you're going with
Right.
it.
A 7-foot ref will understand what it means to be a big, because he actually experienced that. He played that, right?
Right.
The 6'5" ref will understand how to be, you know, a swing guy. Now I got 3 refs understanding the game from 3 different perspectives.
For sure.
Right? I can't have 3 5'5" refs out there, because now all they're gonna do is be sympathetic to the shorter guy.
For sure.
Right? Now, so now a big can get hit, and he was like, "Oh, you a big dude." It's still a foul. Foul is a foul, right? So that's just my situation with the ref. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so I'm gonna call you.
Please do.
I'm
No,
gonna call you.
listen.
Soon as I one call, I'm gonna hit you, L. I'm hitting you,
no,
dog.
for sure, dude. I will pick up. Hopefully, I don't have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but
Now, and I'm gonna tell you what time the game
I'll
time
pick up.
is. I'm gonna hit you up on the game time.
But in the right frame of mind, by us doing that, what are we teaching the kids? Now we're not teaching the kids how to play through adversity.
True.
We're not teaching the players how to lose. You know what I'm saying? We not building that dog in them because they feel like every time something don't go their way, we can cry about it. We can complain about it when we know that's not reality.
Yeah, like the other day, my son got a tech in the game. I didn't go to the game, so I was watching it on my phone. So the ride to school that next morning, I was lighting them up. like shut up. Like, what make you think you could talk to the ref? You know, that's what I told him.
For sure.
Like, who are you? You play.
That's it.
Right, you play and that's it. Shut up. Like, the ref's not gonna change the call because you open your mouth. Obviously you got to check. So, you know, I 100% agree with you, but I just also think that when you're thinking about reffing the game in any aspect,
They're human.
they are human. What position you play?
Running back.
All right. So if a ref was a quarterback reffing you, he ain't gonna see it from your perspective, or understand how to play the game from your position as much as you will.
For sure, but we got to think too also, and I'm not on the ref side, just being a devil's advocate, but they're gonna make mistakes.
Human.
And we got to live with them mistakes. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to make every call perfect. They're not going to see it from every perspective on the field because half the time you got one line judge, you got a behind the judge that's behind all 6'5" linemen. Like, they're not just going to make every call. But at the same time, we do have to hold these refs accountable to their teachers and calling the game fairly and understanding the time of the game and when to call a foul or whatever.
But then sometimes they can dictate winning too, right?
They can.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you got the fan dudes out there. So
right, you know what my old coach used to tell me?
you
know what my coach used to tell me? Don't make the game close enough for the ref to control the game.
You already know you're playing against the refs and the players anyway, from the gate. So that is what it is. All right, guys, we'll be right back with the fan. We're gonna talk to some refs, some actual youth refs, and get their perspective on things. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Fan. We got two special guests here for you today. Since we were talking about referees, guess what we brought? Two referees. We have Scott Jones and Mr. Robinson. That's what I call him. How y'all doing here? How y'all doing today?
Doing good. It's a pleasure.
It's definitely a pleasure to be here.
All right, so Scott, you're football.
Yep.
Mr. Robinson, you basketball.
And basketball. I do both.
And you do both.
I do both.
Man of many talents. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I really just want to get into a breakdown of y'all past and what you've done before we actually get into the questions, so then they know your history about it. So how long have you been?
Okay, so this is my 37th year as an official.
Okay.
Done 37 years of football, and this is my 24th year of basketball. So
Okay.
37 years altogether.
Seasoned vet.
Seasoned vet.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Robinson?
And I've been doing it for
Tell me your full name. I'm just calling Mr. Robinson so everybody will know who you are.
DeJuan Robinson.
DeJuan Robinson.
Yeah. I've been doing it for 28 years now.
28 years.
It's a passion and a ministry for me.
Both have ref some of my games, and they ref the games I coach. So they been in the city for a long time.
I think we refed everybody in this room.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm gonna get to the I want to ask Jahadi's question first. All right, and it was towards the basketball because I really want to know this question myself. Okay, so why aren't taller refs sought out as much as you see them? Because I see like it's about two tall refs in the city. I've seen about two tall refs. Why is that like a non-factor when it comes to refs? Height.
Well, it's not the height. It's that do the height want to come to us? So we're not turning height down. Matter of fact, height is talked about in a positive way as an official.
Yeah, because it's both sides of the story. Because I think the thing is that a lot of big guys think the smaller refs don't see their side of the story. You know what I mean? Like, so if I'm a little guy, I'm going for a rebound, he's a bigger guy, is he grabbing me? Is he holding on my arms? You know what I mean?
Well,
Will the bigger ref see that side?
See, one thing about that, you're saying we're trained to officiate the game. So the size, the height of the official has nothing to do with how we train.
Okay.
So it doesn't have anything to do if I'm a point guard, if I'm a
I
power
heard it's
forward.
Professional answer.
All that has nothing to do with it. Because we're trained to officiate the game. We're trained to watch certain things, whether it's the height, big man. We like to let the big guys decide how we're going to officiate the inside game. We let them decide.
Okay. Now, as far as football, a lot of the calls, okay, as far as youth football, they're not the same as far as high school. What is that officiated differently?
Well, it's not a matter of difference. What I tell people all the time is that youth league sports, more often than not, they're going to get youth league officials.
Yeah.
Everybody's learning. It's like that youth league coach is not going to be probably a good high school or college coach. Most youth league referees are learning right with everybody else.
So
so it's rare that you're going to get high school guys or college guys working youth league games. So that's one of the reasons I always try to give back, if I get back in time, to be able to get out there on a Sunday, to go out there and work with younger guys and show them what the calls should look like and your proper positioning and all that, because they're in training just like the kids.
Yeah. And I like how you went into that. So what are y'all doing as far as older guys been in it? What are y'all doing for the youth trying to get their feet wet? You know what I mean? As far as refereeing, what are y'all doing?
So you
go first.
You all probably know about Sarah Woods and Big Game Official.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but
Okay.
you brought it up first.
And
Yes.
so we're starting at age 13 now.
Okay.
And we have them now officiating the city rec game.
I see him out there. Shout out CJ. I see you out there.
So you're talking about, and they're good. But see, what they're learning now is the basics early.
Okay.
They're learning court position.
So give us some feedback how they can get involved in that right now. So what can they do?
So what
Let
I
them
would
know.
tell people right now, real quick, if parents can bring their young people up to Woe on
Okay.
Saturday afternoons at about 1 o'clock, and Sunday at the same time. Bring them up there and let them observe what we do,
Okay.
and see if those young people want to get involved. But we got high school basketball players, male and female, that are officiating games right now.
Okay. All right. So
And let me quick add to that.
okay.
The average age of officials in the country for basketball is 50 years old.
Wow.
Average age for a football official is 49 years old.
Wow.
We are desperate. There are the shortage of officials. There's a reason they're playing high school football games on Thursday nights now because they don't have enough officials to work on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay.
So we are desperate. Go to the other option for big game officials. If you're an other person, don't have that time, just go to the Missouri State High School Activities Association website. There's a big tab up there that says Become an Official. Once you start becoming an official, how you look at a game is completely different.
I heard. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with more with the fans.
You're watching the TV Network.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's episode of The Fan. I hope you enjoyed the highlights. I hope you enjoyed the stories. I hope you enjoyed the gems that me and Lawrence gave you, and keep tuning in.
Until then, keep playing, keep practicing, and most importantly, having fun. I'm your host, Lawrence Maroney.
And I'm your host, Jihadi White. See you next time.